At this time, we have a testimony from Bob Grant, a Vietnam veteran.
Good morning. Just to make it perfectly clear, I'm not an astronaut. I haven't written a book, and I'm surely convinced they're not going to make a movie about this old guy, but my name is Bob Grant, and I was attached with the 1st Marine Air Wing, VMA 121, out of July, 1968. A soldier above all others prays for peace because he suffers and bears all the deepest wounds and scars of war. Captain Jeff Strecker is your hero and your guest speaker today. My story is more about survival. The year was 1968. It was the worst year of the war. Everybody back home was demonstrating against it. Many of us there weren't even sure why we were there, but we were doing our job. During those 13 months, I did many things that I think ran my adrenaline level up to max and probably had my heart rate up to 160 plus, but it was the first night of the Tet Offensive, which was an all-out push by the VC to make or break the war. They hit everybody up and down the coast at exactly 4 a.m. in the morning. The reason it took so long was we found out later that the VC shaved themselves, covered themselves in sap, rolled in sand, and crawled right between us. At 4 a.m., one of them dropped a satchel down our bomb dump, which was where we kept all the bombs for 3 squadrons of aircraft. We had a squadron of A4s, F4s, and A6s. An A6 holds 28 250-pound bombs. Those planes are taken off and land in 2 at a time at 28 bombs per plane, and that's only 1 squadron. You can imagine the ordnance we had stored underground and in these big bunkers, which the air vents would close when the first round would come in, when Charlie would start dropping his rounds in, which he did on a regular basis. First round would drop, air vents close, hopefully that would never blow. They dropped that satchel down that air vent, and when it went up, it was like 12 o'clock noon. So bright, it was like looking directly into the sun. It only lasted for just a split second, and then the ground started to shake like a freight train was coming over you. About the time I collected myself and was trying to figure out what just happened, because none of us really knew right then, there was a second explosion. The fuel dump, or the bomb dump, was at the opposite end of camp, but the fuel cell, which I never knew, was directly right next to my bunker, just yards away. It was all the aviation fuel for all 3 squadrons. When that blew, it was like 300 feet of burning avgas straight up in the air. Well, that must have been the signal, because about that time, here comes Charlie. Well, the word came out that the perimeter was breached. You now had a 360-degree front. No one's passing out ammo. If nobody knew the password, you blew them away. It was a long night, and at that precise moment when the bomb dump blew, I really thought it was checkout time. And I made an agreement with the good Lord that if you get me out of this mess, I'm going to be this productive member of society. Well, here I am, so obviously he kept his word. I have a letter from General Westmoreland, which basically kind of tells it all for the one paragraph in this letter that I'll read. The letter is from General Westmoreland, and it says, I extend my personal congratulations for outstanding professional performance during the attack aggressive beginning 29 January 1968. The paragraph that kind of says it all says, we killed more of the enemy in 7 days than the United States lost in the last 7 years. When I left Vietnam and came back, I did my best to try and keep my word to the good Lord. There were many outside forces that approached me. One was I was coaching football at Kinney Park when a small boy came up I actually got a phone call from Big Brothers of America wanting to know if I wanted to be a big brother. I said, I'm working 2 jobs and I'm coaching football, and I had so much going that I thought about declining when they told me that the little boy picked me. Well, I knew that was the good Lord testing me to see if I'd step up. So to this day, I have 2 little brothers, both married. One has a little baby girl, the other is married, and he's a captain, Minneapolis Fire. I also joined the fire department, 25 years with them, and I was firefighter of the year 1995. I was a member of the first CERTS teams in Eden Prairie, a Shriner, and I'm now vice chair of the Veterans Memorial Committee to build a Veterans Memorial in Eden Prairie. We need your support to build that memorial. It's all 100% donations. Our booth is in the lobby. If you'd like your name on the booth, and that's any veteran, it's $250 now. If you wait, it's $300. We hope that all of you will step up, put your name on that Veterans Memorial, and be proud of it. I'd also like to have the opportunity, and I'm very thankful to have the opportunity to stand here today and thank the good Lord for him to give me the opportunity to try and fulfill his wishes. Thank you very much.